Hey everyone, and welcome to my Princess Naya thoughts. I hope you're all okay and have been having a great week. We are here slap bang in November. I'm ready to take the second to last month by the horns and get as much shit as you can get done possible so you can go into the new year feeling very light. So today I'm going to talk about something as per a request of someone who commented on one of the videos, and this is like a big question that I get asked a lot this year. It is, how and when did you decide that you were able to have a career and have a baby at the same time? At what stage did you think that you would be able to do it and you could manage, etc.? So today we're going to be talking about career mums, which is new to me because I'm only 8 months in. However, I feel like it is such a broad subject and probably could do with a few videos, because there are many challenges and many rewards for taking the leap of faith and having a baby and still 100% believing in the fact that you can have a career in whatever artistry or industry you decide. So for me, I've always been focused on my work. For those of you that don't know, I'm a recording artist and I'm an entrepreneur. I run a business called Bingy's Boutique. It's a fashion line that empowers women and men with positive slogans. And I also am a songwriter and a performer, and I write music and I perform. So for me, I have two very creative businesses that I'm involved in. So having a child throughout this process is something that for a lot of women and a lot of, especially a singer or a songwriter or an artist, it can be quite daunting, because as soon as you think about having a baby, you think that everything has to stop and you're unable to fulfill your dreams anymore because your priorities completely shift. So I've thought about children for quite a long time. It wasn't something that was on my priority list. However, as you start to get older, people have children in their teens, they have children in their 20s, they have children in their 30s, and women are having children in their 40s, and even some women are having children in their 50s. Oh, that's hair malfunction. So for me, there are many different decades in which you can decide to have children. However, the common answer is that there is no right time. There's never going to be a time that you can think, okay, cool, I'm going to do it then because then's going to be the right time. There's always going to be a hurdle. There's always going to be a hiccup. There's always not going to be enough money. There's always not going to be enough time. There's always going to be so many other projects and things that you've got to do before you get to the chapter of having your baby. It's never something that you can really plan. It's something that you get blessed with, and the positive out of it is, if you are a career woman, then you can make shit happen. It is hella exciting having a baby. The pregnancy process for myself wasn't something that I thoroughly enjoyed. I really hated it. I hated having a big massive belly. Everyone said to me, oh, well, when your belly's gone, you're gonna be like, oh, I miss my belly. No, I don't miss having a massive big weight to carry around. I don't miss needing to go to the toilet every 5 minutes. I don't miss the pregnancy diabetes and having to prick myself every minute to check my sugar levels. I don't miss not being able to sleep at all in the night because I was being kicked. I don't miss any of that. However, I do really value that experience, because what it done is it helped me appreciate having this baby so much more. So for me, the whole pregnancy side of it was really tough. And I thought at the time, once this baby's out, I'm going to be able to get my life back together and everything's going to be fine. And then I had the baby and I was hit with, okay, wow, this timetable of events is crazy. In my head and in my psyche, I thought, okay, when the baby sleeps, I'll be able to jump online, I'll be able to do my work, I'll be able to get all of this stuff done. But I forgot that as much time as it takes to look after myself, that same amount of time, if not more, goes into looking after this small person. If this baby's got a dry neck back, it's my fault. So that's mad responsibilities that you have to think about. However, even thinking about all of those things and all of these things being forced onto my plate, you just make it work. There are things that you can do that just make life a lot easier. You learn to adapt. I learned very quickly that my baby was sleeping and waking every 4 hours. So I started to get my life into a cycle of every 4 hours. It changes all the time, and you have to be quick and ready to adapt and ready to change into the routine that your baby's growing into. However, for me, I started to notice my window of opportunities. Okay, how many windows of opportunities do I get in a day? What am I going to be able to do for myself or my own dreams, so I don't diminish whilst trying to build this beautiful soul into the best that she can be? How do I still build myself so that I don't lose myself? You know, and all of these things are things that career women, I personally feel, get scared about before having a baby. Now, as a man, if you can have a baby at any age. You could be 55 and find some young little hot ting and tutus, you got your fresh baby with them fresh ovaries at 21 years old. However, as a woman, as you start to get older, you start thinking, wow, like soon I'm not even going to have a choice whether or not I can have a child anymore. The opportunity and the choice is going to be taken away from me. So I feel like that's why women feel a lot of pressure as to when to have their children, if they're going to have children, how they're going to have children, how they're going to cope, you know. And I feel like it's a lot of stress and added pressure and things that you don't really need to think about, because once you take the plunge, or you're blessed with the plunge, or it happens, as a woman, you will cope. And you will start to do things that help you push yourself forward in such a way that you've never pushed yourself forward before. A lot of people say, you know, once you have a child, then you'll go harder than you've ever gone before. I think I've said this already. However, for me, I feel like you work so much smarter than ever before. Your days are organised, your hours are organised, your minutes are organised, your seconds are organised. As soon as Kizzy was able to hold her bottle and feed herself at about, I think she was about 4.5 months, that 5 minutes of her sitting there feeding herself, it felt like 2 days. I could get so much done in that 5 minutes that you just move at a different speed. Your brain's moving at a different light year. You're on a different plane because you're making sure that you get everything done, and everything that's not important, it goes away. All the unimportant phone calls, all the unimportant WhatsApp groups that you're in, that everyone's sending 5 million jokes. Yeah, it's not funny. I'm not laughing. I haven't slept for 2 days. I haven't got time for that right now. It just becomes less important, and you prioritize and you make shit work. And one of the biggest things and the luxuries that I have being in business for myself is that I do get to take Kizzy to work with me. If I'm doing a project, she comes. If I have a meeting, which I've had, I'll take the baby. She is privy to everything that is going on. She's not secondary to everything that's going on. However, I don't try to separate the two. She's included. And by including her in everything that I'm doing, I find that it's that much easier to still stay on par and follow my dreams. For instance, as a songwriter, I would go to the studio, and one of the biggest times I would write is when I'm traveling. Like, I'd listen to instrumentals or just anything. I'd get an idea and I'd write as I'm going, you know. So now when I write with the baby. I play music, we're singing, she's playing, I'm just singing to her, making my notes and writing stuff down, and I'm making it work like that. You know, the same thing with regards to my photo shoots and stuff. Okay, well, baby's gonna have to come. Baby's gonna have a photo shoot as well. We'll put her in. We'll entertain her. You know, making sure that she's there every step of the way. Even when I'm up in the morning and I'm doing stuff online, you know, and I'm listening to my positive audios, I just include her. And by including her, it helps with my day because I don't have to organise 2 separate days of events. And I feel like whatever industry you're in, there is definitely going to be a way that you can include the journey of having a baby, having your child, and bringing him or her into this world without thinking about separating it all. So my biggest advice and my biggest tip is just think of the inclusion and think of how the baby becomes a part of your life, and not that this life stops and you have to have a whole completely different life because you have a baby. No, you can include the baby, you just modify, you adapt, and you change. Every month, every week is a brand new challenge for me. There's something new happening. She was in an amazing routine, sleeping. The last 2 weeks, this is no routine for Kizzy. She's decided she wants to be up at 11 o'clock at night. And what do? I have to deal. I adapt, and I create an environment from within which I'm able to still pursue what I want to pursue. I can still take the meetings that I want to take. I can still do the sales that I want to do. I can still write the songs that I want to write. I can still listen to production that I want to listen to. I can still do the photo shoots that I want to do. I can still go and judge on panels at like Sickabit and all these interesting things that are happening at the moment. I can still go to the Rated Awards. I can still do everything that I want to do because I make sure that I include and I don't separate. And I think that sometimes as a woman in business, you feel like you're going to have to cut yourself off from the world in order to be the best person for your child. And by cutting yourself off from the world, you stop learning. And if you stop learning, then you have less to give this beautiful young soul that you want to fulfill with education and stories and wisdom. So yeah, I hope you found this video interesting. It has been the biggest challenge that I've done so far. However, it feels like one of the most rewarding challenges because it's given me an extra oomph and an extra determination to get organised, prioritise, say no to all the bullshit that I don't really want to do and focus on everything and more that I want to do, and making sure that my circle is tighter than ever because I need the inspiration and the encouragement and the advice from the people that love me the most. So yeah, make sure you leave your comment in the box below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's and I'll see you on the other side.